what is it in you that has become so undetectable that you got accustomed to carrying it with you?
Man.
So what happens is they take us to the machine and we walk through, and I've gone through and an alarm went off. And they told me, they said, hey, you need to check your pockets. We go back through. You need to make sure that there's nothing. I want you to scan you. See, here, what Harry was dealing with was what's in my bag. What Harry was dealing with often is what relates to other people.
Yeah.
I want to deal with you.
That's good.
What I've learned in this last year is I got to learn how to scan me. I got to learn how to address me. And when I learn how to scan me and address me, sometimes there's some residue of my childhood that I haven't gotten out yet.
Come on.
Sometimes there's some residue of my hurt feelings that I haven't gotten out yet. Sometimes there's some residue, watch this, of the smaller version of me, even though God is calling me to be a bigger version of me.
Talk to him. Stay there.
Sometimes I'm walking down in as the cat when I'm supposed to be the lion. So I'm supposed to be the lion. I'm the lion. There's a lion inside of me.
Welcome to another episode of the Build My Bridge Podcast. I'm your host, Harry Dent III. Joined as always by the bridge builder himself, Zach. Talk to the people.
Man, first of all, I want to thank God for keeping us for 12 months.
Yes.
It is 12/31/25, and I don't want to spoil what I'm going to talk about tonight. Shameless plug. If you need somewhere to go tonight to worship out the new year, make your way to the Change Church, 6:30 p.m. Great things are going to happen there. We're talking about dropping tonight. But at the end of the day, I'm just grateful. And so if you're in this room, if you're watching this live, if you're watching the broadcast, that means from January to December, God has kept you all year long. And I just think we need to just take a moment to just say thank you. Thank you, God. Because everybody didn't make it. Yeah. Some challenges happened to some people. We may not be what we thought we would be by now, but we're still here. And so I'm grateful for that. So today, Harry, it was pressed on my heart early this morning. We're about to take a flight. First of all, I'm always grateful that I get to take a flight. So today is at the house packing right now. We're taking a flight tomorrow. And when I walk into the airport, there are two boards. Every time I walk into the airport, there are departures and their destinations.
Talk about it.
And so what we're not going to talk about today is resolutions. If you want to make a resolution, that's on you. But resolutions have gotten a bad name because what happens is you make resolutions, but you're not resolved. And so when you have no resolve, a resolution means nothing. And at the end of the day, when I take flight, I got to depart one place to be destined for another place. And so when I think about departures and destinations, the question is, I want to ask you today, I want you to ask yourself the question, to be thinking about, what do you need to depart to get to where you're destined to go?
Wow.
What place in my life, what area in my life do I need to depart from to get to where I need to go? Because listen, I can't be in Greenville and Hawaii at the same time. I can't be in New York and in Houston at the same time.
Yeah.
I can't be in Germany and France at the same time. I gotta get to where I'm going. And so life is all about departures and destinations. So that's what we're talking about today. As we end 2025 and we destine ourselves for what we want in 2026, it's all about departures and destinations.
That is so good. I mean, as you were talking about literally the being in two places at one time, it made me think of something that really shifted my whole mindset in 2025. And I want to bless somebody watching this because we call it multitasking. God calls it double-minded and unstable.
Say that one more time.
We call it multitasking, but God calls it double-minded and unstable. Shout out to Dr. Eric Thomas. So you got to get to a place in your life where you tell yourself that my departure is going to match my destination. That you got to get to a place going into 2026 where you're not going to be trying to be two areas at one time. I'm talking to myself as I'm talking to you. You have to get to a place where you understand, I want to be on time for my flight. Let me just say it like this, because I was talking to my wife on the way here about this whole idea of airports. We just got back from a vacation, and one of the things that we both said is, what happened if we would have missed our gate? I want to talk to somebody going to 2026. Don't you miss your gate this year. I don't know who this is for, but there is a gate that is waiting on you to walk through it. You've already got a ticket. You already got a boarding pass, and all you got to do is be on time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen. There are three things about this that I want us to deal with, Harry. When you started talking, I wrote down three words.
Come on.
Proof, protection, and progress. When I get to the airport tomorrow, I got to show proof I'm supposed to be there.
Oh, that's good.
when I go through TSA, they are designed to protect me. So that everybody that's not supposed to be on that flight won't be on that flight. And when I get on that flight, I'm making progress.
Okay.
So let's start with the proof, Harry. What do you need to do to prove that you're ready to depart?
Whew. Zach, there's so many different ways we can go with this, but I want to make sure that people are really hearing us.
Okay.
Because when we talk about the proof, when you talk about the fact that you have already selected your destination.
Yes, sir.
You have already bought your ticket. You've already, some of you, chosen your seat. And
don't stay too long on that seat, Harry. We'll turn this table over.
And Zach, I want to be very intentional with saying this. Make sure you pack the right luggage for where you're going.
Yes, sir.
There's some of you who need to get in your suitcase right now and remove some things that held you back in 2025. You need to remove some people. You need to remove some habits. You need to remove some thoughts. Stop with the stinking thinking. Do not take that into 2026. You need to walk into 2026 in full confidence that what I packed is meant to go with me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I might need to say that to the camera. Both cameras looking.
Yeah.
What you pack is ready to go with you. And when you understand that, then that means you know the climate of where you're going. Listen, Zach, I wouldn't pack a sweater for somewhere where there are beaches. I wouldn't pack, I wouldn't pack shorts for somewhere where there's snow. So you got to get to a place in your life where you understand that I packed the right thing for the destination.
Yeah. I like where you're going there. So it's in terms of what you packed is meant to go. So that means I got to be careful what I pack.
Whew.
And there's some of you, you've been carrying baggage all year long. And I want you to just take a moment, wherever you are, and just start thinking about that baggage. What is that thing that's in your bag that can't go? Well, I'm looking at my bag here, and I'm not going to take disappointment with me.
Oh, that's good.
Disappointment doesn't belong in my bag. I'm not going to take grudges with me. Holding grudges is taking up unnecessary space. Listen, every time I go to the counter, we're still talking about proof here, I got to prove that my bag is the right weight. So I get up to the counter and they say to me, put your bag on the counter. And if there's something too heavy in the bag, they tell me to take it out. Grudges are too heavy to take with me. Disappointment is too heavy to take with me.
Right.
My last mistake, that's too heavy to take with me. I can't afford to take, because why? No matter what destination I'm going to, it's not going to do me well when I get there. So my grudges, my disappointments, my hurt feelings, my broken heartedness, I'm leaving all of that out of the bag. As a matter of fact, I'm not even taking it with me because it can't afford it. It's too weighty. And there's some of you that your bag is too weighty, and the reason that you can't take the trip and the reason that you can't prove you're ready for departure is because you got too much weight with you. And so at the proof counter, when you get there, they ask you to weigh your bag. Well, what I love about this, Harry, and I just want to speak this over somebody's life, there are two lines. See, most people don't know that there are two lines. One is the regular line, and one is the line when you have priority. I want to talk to somebody about priority in the room. Listen, once you get a certain number of miles in your life, once you get a certain number, get to a certain level in your life, you go to a different line. I want to speak that over somebody's life. This ain't going to be a regular line year for you. That you're not going to be in general population anymore, that you're not going to be standing behind people anymore, that God is about to elevate you to the front of the line. Every time we go and we fly Delta, we've been flying Delta for a long time. They tell us, no, you belong over in this line. I came to meet somebody and tell you, God's about to pull you out of line. He's not about to pull you out because you're not going. He's not about to pull you out because it ain't working. He's about to pull you out because you belong at a higher, a better, a different place. Somebody, I dare somebody just to drop in the comments priority. Priority is about to happen over your life. Priority is about to happen over your business. Priority is about to happen over your finances. Priority is about to happen for you. You are about to be in a priority place. And so, Harry, when we talk about this proof and they've gotten through the gate, now they got to get the TSA. How do you protect your destination? I'm gonna let you go first because I got something second. How do you protect your destination?
You know, Zach, the thing that I love about TSA is, I know I'm just big on this luggage right now because I truly believe there are some people who need to remove some things from their bag in 2025 as they go into 2026. I want people to walk into 2026 with freedom in their bag. I want people to walk into 2026 with purpose in their bag.
Yes.
I want people to walk into 2026 with direction and clarity and confidence and courage. Listen, I want to speak to somebody right now. The thing I love about TSA protection is they let me know when something is too large, when the bag is going through the conveyor belt. I want to talk to somebody for a moment and really turn on your street for a second. When I got to TSA and there was something in my bag that was detected, they pulled me to the side. And you got to get to a place in your life where you realize that everybody pulling you to the side is not your hater. Everybody pulling you to the side is not against you. Everybody pulling you to the side is not your enemy. I don't know who this is for, but you got to get to a place where you understand that the correction is tied to the destiny.
Say that again. Because some people don't want to be corrected. And that's why you ostracize your friends. That's why you can't get any further. Say that again, Harry.
The correction is tied to the destiny. And if you could ever get to a place where you opened yourself up to coaching, where you open yourself up to mentorship. I wrote about it in my book, How to Pass College. And when I'm talking to young students, the thing I'm always telling them is to be coachable. Don't ever get to a place in your life where you think that you don't need any more coaching. Michael Jordan had a great coach. Venus Williams had a great coach. Serena Williams had a great coach. Simone Biles had a great coach. LeBron James had a great coach. The great thing about the greatest people that you look at in the world, they had some great coaching. And you got to realize TSA is not against you when they're pulling you to the side. They're actually trying to help you, because there was a sign anyway that already said your item can't be this large. And there are some of you who are trying to take some things in that God already said that this was not going to make it anyway. So you got to understand in your life that nobody is against you. They're trying to help you get to your destiny.
Yeah, I love it, Harry. What I love about what you just said is the signs are already there, and you got to decide what's not to go. And you can't get mad at people for pulling things out of your bag. You can't get mad at people for pulling you to the side. I want to take another step. When I think about protection, I need somebody to protect me from me. So when I got to TSA the last time, we have TSA pre-check. If you don't get TSA pre-check, it'll change your life. I don't have to take my shoes off, but I still got to go through the scanner. And so when I walk through that scanner, they can detect things that I might not even know I left in my pocket. They can detect things that I might not even know I have on my person. What is it in you that has become so undetectable that you got accustomed to carrying it with you?
Man.
So what happens is they take us to the machine and we walk through, and I've gone through and an alarm went off. And they told me, they said, hey, you need to check your pockets. We go back through. You need to make sure that there's nothing. I want you to scan you. See, here, what Harry was dealing with was what's in my bag. What Harry was dealing with often is what relates to other people.
Yeah.
I want to deal with you.
That's good.
What I've learned in this last year is I got to learn how to scan me. I got to learn how to address me. And when I learn how to scan me and address me, sometimes there's some residue of my childhood that I haven't gotten out yet.
Come on.
Sometimes there's some residue of my hurt feelings that I haven't gotten out yet. Sometimes there's some residue, watch this, of the smaller version of me, even though God is calling me to be a bigger version of me.
Talk to him. Stay there.
Sometimes I'm walking down in as the cat when I'm supposed to be the lion. So I'm supposed to be the lion. I'm the lion. There's a lion inside of me, but there's something that keeps telling me I'm a cat. I keep looking in the mirror and seeing something that I can't see. And so when I start to scan myself, I'm thinking too small. I'm dreaming too small. I'm downplaying me. I'm downplaying my skill set. And I came to meet somebody on the last day of the year to tell you, when we talk about departures and destinations, that in order to protect where you're going, you're going to have to depart from the small mindset. You're going to have to depart from self-sabotaging. You're going to have to depart from doubting yourself, because your destination is greater. Your destination is bigger. But the only way that you're going to get there is you're going to have to go through that TSA and let them scan you. Now, here's the thing, Harry. There are times I've even had to take my shirt off.
Come on.
And let me tell you what they say, Harry. They say, we don't mean no harm, but we're going to have to pat you down.
Wow.
I got offended once when they patted me down. Why they pat me down? It's because I'm listening. Because like you said, they pulled me to the side. I had an issue. But what I realized was they was trying to protect me. They was trying to protect me. Let me say this. You need people in your life who will pat you down.
Sir.
I'm going to say it again.
Sir.
You need people in your life that will pat you down. Because if you have a blind spot and you can't see it, you need people in your life that will pat you down and say, hey, I need to make sure that there's nothing on your person that can affect your potential. Let me say that again. I need to make sure there's nothing on your person that will affect your potential. Write this down. I want you to say this to yourself. I need to make sure there's nothing on my person that'll affect my potential. So if there's something on my person, God release it. If there's something on my person, God clean it. If there's something in me that's stopping me from being the best version of me, God cleanse it, because I don't want anything on my person to protect my potential, to distract me from my potential. So Harry, last thing. When I get to the plane, that's the progress. So we're talking about departures and destinations, proof, protection, progress. I want you to talk a little bit more about that seat. You teased him a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
You said some of you have already picked your seat. Tell me about what it looks like, the progress, and it's a seat for you.
Zach, it's so powerful, and because you're the bridge builder, man. I was thinking about this the whole ride here, and as I was riding, a revelation had came to me, and I want to speak this to somebody getting ready to walk into 2026. We know the beautiful thing about the airport and the plane and the destination is there's different roles that people play in that process to make sure that you get somewhere. So you have the grounds crew, you have the flight attendant, you have the air traffic control, and then you have a pilot. I want to speak this over somebody's life, and I want you to run with it in 2026. You got to get into a pilot mindset to get you to your destination. There are some of you, if I'm being very honest about it, you have never sat in the front seat of where you're supposed to go in your life. You have never made a decision of what destination that you are supposed to get to, because you are too busy letting other people tell you where you should be going. You are too busy letting other people tell you what you should be doing. And sometimes that other people look like a J-O-B. Sometimes that other people, I wish I had some help in here, but sometimes that other people look like the person that you have decided to get into relation with. So you are missing, let me talk to the ladies for a moment, you're missing your husband because you're entertaining that clown. Let me talk to the men for a moment. You are searching for your wife because you're searching for a good time. So I need for you to understand, when you become a pilot and you have a pilot mindset, you realize that you're not only responsible for getting you to a destination, but you got passengers on this plane. And if I'm honest about my own life, sometimes there have been moments where I've been piloting my plane and I crashed the plane because I didn't understand that there was some self-destructive habits about myself. I didn't understand that there was some narcissistic traits about myself. And I'm very honest about my journey and my walk, because I realized, because of the grace of God, because of the blood, that there was some forgiveness that was put on me for crashing that plane. And now God has me to a place in my life where I am the pilot, and I'm making a decision with others in mind. I'm making a decision with my team in mind, who is helping me get there. There are some flight attendants on the plane that's going to make sure your journey is good. There's some air traffic controls that's going to make sure you got the right systems. There is a ground crew that's going to support you in whatever you need. You got to get to a place in your life where you say, I'm going to put the seat that says the seat of purpose. I'm going to pick the seat that's the seat that's going to lead me to destiny. I'm going to pick the seat that is not going to interrupt what is going for me. The old songwriter would write it like this: what God has for me is for me. You need to walk in that in 2026. Stop worrying about what your haters saying. Stop worrying about what the doubters are saying. And understand that you have a destination to get to, and it's going to require a pilot mindset.
I'm just going to let them sit in this for a minute, Harry. Because you said a lot there. Talked about a pilot mindset. You gotta have a grounds crew.
Come on.
You gotta have the stewardess and the flight attendants to help guide that journey. I'm gonna end it like this. And again, if you have questions, if you want us to dig on anything, let us know. There will be turbulence. There will be turbulence.
Talk about deal with that.
So when you are the pilot, you are not free from turbulence. You're not free from going through some bumpy ground.
Come on.
You're not free from storms. You're not free from having some shaking in your life. And there's some of you that landed your plane simply because you went through a bump.
Woo!
There's some of you that canceled your trip because all you had was a little bump in the road. There's some of you that decided you wasn't going to get there because of a little bump in the road. What they will tell you is have a seat and put your seatbelt on. What they will tell you is go ahead and put your tray tables up. What they're saying is because of the turbulence, you have to make some adjustments. It's okay to have to adjust your budget. It's okay to have to adjust your timeline. Let me deal with some of that because I have been a slave to timeline before. Listen, the timeline is for you, not for the event. The timeline is for you. Don't be a slave to your timeline. When you got a timeline, it's okay to change it. You done been on flights before and they had to delay them. You done been on flights before and they had to go a little later, but you still got to where you were going. So when you have some turbulence, it's okay to adjust your timeline. It's okay to say, I didn't get there in March, but I'm gonna get there in April. It's okay to say, you know what, I had to adjust my budget. I was gonna invest $500, but all I got is $400, but it's gonna be the best $400 I can put into it. It is okay. Don't be afraid to adjust because you have a little bit of turbulence. So when you take off in 2026 and you leave all that baggage and all that stuff behind that you're not supposed to take because that's the departure stuff, and you start looking at your destination, you got to prove to yourself that you really want to go. You got to let people protect you at TSA. It's okay to scan your baggage and to scan you. And last, certainly not least, when you make progress, get in a pilot seat. Harry told you, get in a pilot seat. Stop letting other people drive you. Stop letting opinions drive you. Stop letting approval drive you. And when you go over that turbulence, it's okay. Because I can adjust because we're going to get there. Now listen, there's a couple of things. We got any questions? Harry's looking if anybody got any questions. Drop any questions if you have it. Drop anything you want us to deal with. But what's the deadline, Harry, before the special? Saturday. So Harry's going to drop something in the comments right now. We talked about Build My Bridge all year. For those of you who's gone through it, for those of you who went through it, for those of you who started and didn't finish, it's okay. You can still finish. But we're going to make an offer between now and Saturday. If you like content like this, if you think that you want to make a departure and you need somebody to help you get to your destination, we're going to drop a link to Build My Bridge. It is normally a 28-day masterclass for $199. From now to Saturday, if you buy it between now and Saturday, it's going to be $100. $100. That's $25 a week. You can put it on Klarna if you need to.
They got Klarna, Afterpay, all that stuff.
So it'll be the best $100 that you ever spend in your life. So if you want to be a part of the Build My Bridge Masterclass for 2026, click the link. You got between now and Saturday. You can share this link with anybody. So if you're watching it live or on the replay and you're telling people about it, I believe, Harry, we can get 50 people to sign up for this. $100. $100 for 28 days to change your life. It is going to be content just like this. We're going to help you get from desire to destiny, from departure to destiny. It's 28 days of work. It's 28 days of focus. You got an opportunity between now and Saturday. Spend $100 and you'll be a part of the Build My Bridge Masterclass for 2026. You'll be a part of the first one. So share this. Sign up if you like. Inbox us if you have any questions about it, any thoughts about it, anything else that you want to talk about. But I want to say again, thank you for following us. 2026, 2025, and those who will be following in 2026. We're going to be dropping a podcast every month. We got some other ideas that we're going to be dropping about the Build My Bridge and things of that sort. And we're just excited about what's happening. So, listen, we thank you for following. Share this live podcast video today, especially share the video with someone who needs some help getting from departure to destiny. Go ahead and ask the question.
Question is, can we go back through the masterclass if we have already did it?
Yes. If you need those materials again, if you don't have the links or anymore, we'll send you the materials if you already did it. We're not going to charge you to go through it the second time. So if you need those materials or access, let us know. You can go back through it again. Other questions?
See if anything else come through. Definitely want to shout out the Miss Tamika Owens for getting us right on the merch. Got the Build My Bridge merch, and I want to really let somebody know the importance of that, because if you don't believe in you, how do you expect others to?
That's powerful.
If you don't believe in your brand, how do you expect others to? So we give a big shout out to Miss Tamika Owens. Another shout out to the Black Book Fair. Listen, huge shout out to Plug Greenville. They're doing their things. It is going to be February 28th. West Greenville Community Center. Listen, I've been a part of every single one since they started. It's a phenomenal event. I didn't have no idea that we have all these black authors in Greenville. Black History Month, y'all come out and support your people, man. Come out and support your people. You'd be very impressed about all the resources and all the material that's right here in the upstate area. So Black Book Fair, mark your calendars, February 28th.
That's awesome. As we prepare to close out, making sure there are any questions. If you don't have anywhere to go tonight at 6:30, if If you're in the upstate, 9050 Airport Road, the Change Church, we're going to be talking about Drop It tonight. Mm-hmm. The last service of 2025. Listen, if you can be in person tonight, be in person. You don't want to miss being in the building, 9050 Airport Road, Greenville. Those of you who already signed up for the fellowship, we're excited about that, to go bowling and things of that sort. That is closed. We had over 100 people sign up, so we locked that down. So, but come to the service, 6:30 tonight. The Change Church, 9050 Airport Road. You don't want to miss the last service of the year. So, listen, thank y'all for joining us with this. Thank you for sharing this. Share that podcast with other people. Share the link for the Build My Bridge for people who need to be a part of the masterclass. And I think we're good here.
Yeah, if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Build My Bridge, Instagram, Build My Bridge. There will be an actual recording of this podcast too. Go back and watch all the other episodes. Binge watch them if you ain't watched anything yet, because I'm telling you, there's nuggets and gems and things that's dropped all through the 12 episodes. So we appreciate your support, and we look forward to just continuing the momentum.
All right. Well, thank you for the support. Happy New Year to everyone. Hope I see some of you guys tonight. And let's depart and get to our destination. Y'all take care.